Word, y'all. Early morning. It is Christmas Eve in Serbian tradition, Serbian life. Orthodox New Year's Eve. No, Orthodox Christmas Eve. Srećno Badnje Veče. And today I woke up, logged on to Dota, watching Dota, had some sadame, uh, and uh, and then what did I do? Did I work out? I didn't work out. I did something. What did I do? I did some organizing, just some regular ass organizing. Some yesterday I did writing the more scripts and stories, and played some Counter Strike as well. And yeah, no sports sadly, but I'm working out and stretching and taking flicks photos and working out. So keeping my body in shape, walking, drinking water. This is my recovery drink. I'm dying of thirst. I'm so damn dehydrated. I need the sugar and the caffeine to keep me going. I need the sugar and the caffeine because I'm exhausted. I ate full Sadaman, a full McChicken and Junior Chicken, and I need the sugar and the caffeine to keep me pumping. Now, what did I want to do today was I've been doing a lot of science, and it's fucking exhausting. It's fucking exhausting science, but I wanted to share with you what I learned about this science through my education, through my high school, my grade 11 and 12, my senior years of high school, which is very hardcore because I took advanced place math, I took science, physics, biology, chemistry, computer programming, and then my university where I learned engineering and I did electrical stuff. I did some computers, some math, some physics, some programming, some more math, and then some technical stuff with some labs and experiments and reports and tests and write ups and summaries and design projects and communication ideas and documents and teamwork and studying. So let's share what I learned with my science and what the underground science is. It's enough to, like, I say I do fucking science. I say I do, I'm going to engineer, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. This is what I built, this is what I made. But let's go underground and see what the core fundamentals are of these education. So let's see. Let's go into my folder science. I keep everything documented for the past 5 years. Well, I always keep, and I have my old. I never throw my old textbooks and my old notes. Why would you do that? Why would you? You spend. It's not about the money. People sell their textbook for $100. They're like, I bought the textbook for $120. I can sell it for $100 when I'm done with the course. But bro, you spent 4 months bawling your eyes out through that textbook. Don't you want to have it at least as a memory or at least as a reference material where you can go through it and be like, now I get it, now I get it, now I get it. You have notes in there, and especially your old books and documents. It's memory. You have thousands of pages, bro. Just notes, and maybe now they use OnePad to do notes, and that's megabytes of memory. But we used to use paper and pen and just scribbling notes and notes and notes, and you got your questions and answers, the problem sets, 10 problem sets, just doing problems and tutorials. And I'm the only one that goes to tutorials. I don't know. Like, people say I never studied, but I put in the effort. Like, I didn't get 80. I sometimes did get 80 and 90%, but I never got 100%. I was slightly above average or around average for the overall marks. And I never got honors list, graduated with honors, accepted into masters, accepted into PhD. But I did put in the effort. I went into every fucking tutorial. I did every problem set twice. I did all the past exams. Now, I needed help, so I had to fucking look at the answer, look at the solution, ask the TA questions, write down the solved problem sets in the tutorials and the lectures, and go through them on my own. and look at the answers, then do it myself, then look at the answers and do it myself, then write down the formulas. I didn't do a lot of reading. I didn't do a lot of physical theoretical approaches. I didn't do a lot of philosophical ideas. All I did was just do the problem sets, take the lecture notes, go to the tutorial. Like, when I say I go to the tutorial, I mean there are like 40, 50 kids in the class, right? And there's 4 of us at the tutorial, and 3 of them leave after half an hour, and I'm the only one, so I get one-on-one time with the tutorial. Like, why do they go? I can't. There's no way I'm gonna fucking solve that problem on my own. There's no way I'm gonna solve that problem on my own. I gotta go and ask the TA, how do you solve this problem? And then if I do it on my own, I get the sign wrong. I get the fucking units wrong. I get the angle of reflection wrong. I get the fucking induced current number 3 wrong. So, like, I can't solve the whole fucking problem. So I go to the tutorial. Now, what did we really learn in this engineering? Where's my engineering? Okay, so, well, first of all, I went to high school. It's a simple shit. You got your math, your algebra, your functions, your algebra, your trigonometry. Now, trigonometry is important because trigonometry is not just angles. It is angles and triangles if it's visual. So visual trigonometry is an angle and a triangle and gravity and slope and friction and structures and car wheels on inclines and forces. So that's trigonometry. But if you use sine and cos, it's also a wave. And that's a mind fuck. That's a mind fuck because it's not just a wave. It's not just a wave. You know why? You know why? You know why? Because all of physics is a fucking wave. Electricity, alternating current, is a goddamn wave. Light, photons, is a wave. All radiation, X-rays, UV rays, radio waves, ultraviolet waves, gamma rays, gigawaves, fucking all of that is a fucking wave, an electromagnetic wave. Photons, electrons, the orbital of the electron is a fucking wave. And what is a wave? A sinusoid and a cosine. And you take this sinusoid and you take this cosine, and there's 2 of them, bro. It's not enough that there's 1, but there's 2. Because for every wave you have this direction and this direction. And it goes like this in a circle. So you have this plane and this plane. Electric field, magnetic field. Because all of electricity is tied to all of magnetism. How do you get electricity? It comes from a magnetic field. How do you get a magnetic field? It comes from an electric field and electric charge. And it's all alternating. So you got E field, B is magnetism, E is electric. E field, B field. And this is the direction of propagation. So it's a right-hand rule. You could use thumb, fingers, and palm. Or you could use right-hand rule. And there's also a left-hand fucking rule. How do you remember which one's the left-hand rule and which one's the right-hand rule? And you actually got to know that shit. You actually got to know shit. Like, you'll be doing a calculation. It'll be like, this times this, this times this, this times this. And then you look at your fucking hand and it's like, this. So you got to go, this times this in Z. You go, this times this in X. And you go, this times this in Y. And then you go, this is the Y component. So if you have a Y component and an X component, they're incompatible. You can't multiply X and Y. Then you got a Z component. And then you take the angle, take the Z component that's angled facing in the X component. And you have fuck it. Damn, bro. Jeez. That's the fucking math and the trigonometry. Then you got your calculus. Now, calculus in high school is simple. You would think calculus is fucking derivatives and integrals. Derivatives and integrals. But no. No. It is. It is. Calculus is derivatives and integrals. I mean, you go integral of x squared. That's x cubed over 3. Am I right? Do I still fucking remember that? Do I still remember that? X cubed over 3. Take the derivative, you get x squared. Yeah, so the integral, x squared, x cubed over 3. The derivative, y equals x squared, is 2x. 2x. And you got your fun. And you go derivative of cosine, negative sine, derivative of sine, cos, derivative of sine times cos, multiplication rule. And you're having a good time and you're laughing and you're having fun. Then you get into third year and fourth year. And it's like, bro, fucking 4-year integration, Laplace transform integration, communication signals transforms. And it's like integral of a contour, of a fucking region, of a sphere, of a volume integral, of a line integral, of a closed contour integral, imaginary number integral, imaginary number integral, negative infinity to positive infinity, e to the negative st. And what is s? S is jwi. Fucking ridiculous. Integral of a complex exponential, imaginary complex exponent. Is that imaginary exponential? With time. So what the, you got frequency, you got your dimensions, x, y, z, and then you got time. Yo, that is 4-dimension. 4-dimension math. Because you got x, y, z, and the complex exponential e to the negative jw. So j is imaginary number, and w is fucking frequency. So, bro, you got time. Now, time is not enough. Time is not enough, but you need frequency. What is frequency? Something per second. So it's time repetition. So repetition of the fucking wave. So you got the XYZ of the wave, the complex exponential, complex, so you got a real and an imaginary part, and then you got frequency of the time. And you could integrate this with respect to the x, to the y, to the z, or to the time. And they do all of them. But derivatives are not bad. What is derivatives? Boundary conditions, Fourier transform, the S domain, lookup tables to go from the Y domain and the time domain into the S domain. Okay, that's not bad. Lookup tables are great. You just gotta memorize lookup tables. What about ordinary differential equations? Partial differential equations. You got a equation. That's not so bad. But in the equation, you got second derivative, first derivative, natural derivative, with fucking frequency and time and XYZ, all these variables. And you have a boundary condition. Y of 0 was not 0. Y of 0 was, he was initially fucking moving at the speed of light. He was an electron. So the electron was initially moving at the speed of light. And then the first derivative, the second derivative, and the fucking ordinary derivative. And that's all an ordinary differential equation. It's bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. It's bullshit, bro. That's just the fucking math. Then you got the actual fucking Ohm's law. transformers, generators, electric motors, fields, induced EMF, phasers, alternating current, microelectronics, analog electronics, power converters, digital to analog converters, rectifiers, oscillators, filters, diodes, integrated circuits, microprocessors. And that's all the science. And in there you have the fucking math. Damn. And they drill you with it. It's not enough to know about what I'm saying to you, but they fucking drill you with it. 9 problem sets. 5 courses a fucking semester. Each course is like 8 hours throughout the week. So you're at school for like 8 to 10 hours, bro. At school for 8 to 10 hours. If I didn't do it part-time, there's no way I could do it. I could not get it done. I did part-time 2 courses per semester for 11 years. Well, not the first 2 years, but for the last 2 years. Stretched out the last 2 years into 6 or 7 years. And it was a fucking mindfuck. It was a mindfuck because just those 2 courses I spent like 6 hours a day on. You go to course, lab, tutorial, lecture, problem set, to pre-lab, post-lab, reports, design project, and I spent so much fucking energy on it, on just those 2 courses. So if I had 5 courses or 4 courses, no way I could do it. Because I wanted to play soccer, I wanted to do stocks, I wanted to play poker, I wanted to play chess, I wanted to play soccer, video games, guitar, go to the college, work out, eat food, stay healthy, go to the doctor, take my meds. There's no way I can fucking do 5 courses. Ain't no way in hell I could fucking do even 4 courses. 3, I would have died with 3. But to do 4 or 5, how do you do it? Second, third year and fourth year courses. 5 of them, bro. What the fuck? That's why everyone goes into finance and maybe software. Because nobody stays in electrical engineering. This is fucking ridiculous. You're doing all this complex math and the science and the fucking technical side for the next 2 years. That's like 40% going to software, another 30% going to fucking business and finance, and they say fuck off. And me and my 12 guys in the class and 3 girls in the class, we just stay and fucking do the labs, and it's like, wow. Who like, how many people in the world know this shit? How many people know about microwave amplifiers? How many people actually know radar, radio, satellite, GPS communications? How to build a device, construct it, decode it, amplify the signal, preserve the integrity of the message, filter it, correct frequency, correct base antenna, base power, correct angle of propagation, receive, decode signals from cell phones, from antennas, from satellites, or a generator. Transmit the generator with a transformer. You think it's easy. You think it's just a piece of metal that fucking sits there. But there's current going through that metal. There's fucking current going through that metal. At all sorts of different powers. You got power spikes. You got faults. You need to repair it. You got different power levels. You got different sources. You got 3-phase. You have to transform it at different levels. It has to be safe. When it's on, when it's off. How do you power up? How do you power down? How do you connect it with the entire fucking world? The entire city. Millions of people. Industry plants. Offices. Small homes. Appliances. Complex power. And it's like, how many people actually know that? How many people actually know that, bro? You got like 3 dudes in the entire fucking province, territory. 3 dudes that are doing that shit. Because everybody is in software, finance, banking, even oil, bro. Even oil. How many people actually know oil engineering, petroleum engineering? That's why petroleum engineers are paid so much. Nuclear engineers. You think like when you go into when you're selecting your first engineering options and you're thinking of like mechanical, electrical, aerospace, nuclear, you're like, oh, there's so many fucking people. You have like 300 people at the orientation, and like this guy from high school, this guy wants then you go like the nuclear presentation, and there's like a full classroom of like 50, 60 people, students sitting down thinking about nuclear engineering. And then you fucking realize there's like 4 or 5 guys in the nuclear plant that run it. Like all those thousands of people in engineering are not doing it, bro. They're not doing it. They're gonna go into software. They're gonna go into math. Might go into physics. Might go into medicine, computer programming, accounting, finance, business, journalism, politics, sociology. They ain't all gonna go into fucking practical engineering. So like, I don't know how many people actually know that shit, bro. It's like it's like Dota. It's like Dota. Imagine playing Dota until you become immortal. Until you become there's only 200 immortal players in the fucking world, and there's millions of Dota players. There's like 30 million Dota players, and there's 200 immortal players. Imagine playing so much you fucking become immortal. And then you gotta actually build the thing. You gotta actually fucking build the thing, bro. You have all this science and all this knowledge, and then you want to build the most up to date, advanced, quality, so it's efficient, safe, reliable, cheap, quality. You want to build the most best version, up to date, and you gotta stay with all the different technology that's coming out, and updates and newer versions and newer science, and you gotta put all of that into the product to run the fucking city, and it's gotta fucking work, and it's gotta be readable and understandable. So you gotta get the your 4 guys have to fucking build the shit, and then fix it, repair it, update it, improve it, maintain it. 4 fucking guys. And then you have your hundreds of tens of thousands of people in your software, and your millions of bankers in Canada, and your accountants, and your lawyers and doctors, and fucking mathematicians, stockbrokers. Yeah. Because there's like 20 people in each class. I had there was like 20. Like when you go into software, when you go into earlier years, you got hundreds of people. You got 200 people, 120 people in a class. Get the 4th year, there's 8 of you, 10 of you. The professor, how's he getting paid, bro? How's he getting paid? He's doing a full length course, all this material for 8 guys, for 8 people. And then you have your sociology professor holding a lecture in convocation hall for 500 people. 500 people showing up to sociology. And he's not saying a damn thing. No case studies, no research, no current events, no past events, nothing of importance. High school is more fun. High school is more informative as a first year sociology course than university, where the guy's talking 500 people of bullshit. He's literally up there shitting out his ass. He's up there shitting out his fucking ass in front of 5. Yeah. Like, because doctors can learn from other doctors. You can get neurosurgeons talk to each other. You can get second opinions. You can get family physicians. You can get specialists. And doctors talk to doctors because the human body stays the same. The human body is always the same. So you can get doctors talk to doctors. Law is like a reading strategy. It's like a argument and points. You got law, you got doctors, but engineering is like who you gonna talk to? Who you gonna talk to? You got a project, top secret project. Who the fuck are you gonna talk to? How to build the fucking iPhone? Who are you gonna talk to? Samsung? You gonna talk to Samsung? How to build a fucking iPhone? You gonna talk to PlayStation? How to build Nintendo? Right? You gonna talk to Google? How to run Facebook? Who the fuck are you gonna talk to? How you gonna build this app, this feature, get the customer feedback, and then you gonna fucking just build shit with the latest technology and all that stuff. Like, who you gonna talk to? It's always different. It's always different. And you got thousands of programming languages. Now you got AI. You got different software, apps, and the internet, and the fucking tablets and phones and computers, and the UI and the tech stack, the back end, the front end, the platform. And you got the accounts, and you got the privacy. Then you got fucking hackers. Then you got hackers, and they use AI, and they're very fucking sophisticated. And they got ransoms, and then you got government and laws and capitalism. Yeah, being a businessman is easy. But running the business is hard. You ain't fucking selling shoes or Nike. Fucking running an engineering. Writing is difficult too. Writing is difficult because writing, you gotta do it all yourself. No one can think about what you're thinking. When you write, writing is difficult. When you act, you just do what people tell you to do. But when you write, you do what you tell you to do, and nobody can think about it. You gotta do everything. You gotta do the dialogue, you gotta do the setting, you gotta do the purpose, you gotta do the plot, you gotta do the characters, you gotta do the traumatic events, you gotta do the battles, you gotta do the sad scenes, you gotta do the emotions, you gotta do the romantics, you gotta do everything. And then you gotta do it for thousands of words. Hundreds of thousands of words. And it's gotta be grammatically correct. And it's gotta be not boring, entertaining. So writing is fucking mindfuck too. Damn, bro. And it's like how, and then it just got to me. Because sports is okay. When I see sports, it's some fucking guy going out there killing himself and killing everybody else for millions of dollars. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with fucking sports. When you got a fucking guy going out there breaking his ass off, breaking other people's asses off for millions of dollars, I don't got a problem with that. But then you got these fucking Jake Paul, you got these influencers, you got these Twitch streamers, you got these media personalities, you got these fucking Hollywood celebrities, and you got the sexual sexers. You got the sexual sexers pulling in $1.3 million on day one. $1.3 million a day one. And I'm like, bro, I'm trying to harness the power of the fucking wind and the nuclear fusion to power your fucking Tesla in your electric vehicle and your fucking 7 TVs and 20 jacuzzis, and you make 1.3 million fucking on your Lamborghini on day one. That's what gets me. That's what fucking gets to you in the end. That's what gets you. You're like, because when I went to school, that didn't exist. There was no OnlyFans. Facebook and Instagram were new. There was no monetization. Can you believe that? There was no monetization. There's no monetization on YouTube. There was no monetization on YouTube. Monetization on Facebook. Monetization on Google, on Instagram. TikTok didn't fucking exist. Snapchat didn't exist. You had to go to school. You had to go to school or learn a trade, or become a doctor, become an engineer. Like, people did YouTube for fun. And those are some of the best YouTube videos. And the movies, you had to go to the movie to buy a ticket. There was no Netflix. Netflix didn't exist. There was no fucking streaming. There was only illegal downloads through torrents. Same for the music. There was no Spotify. There was no Apple Music. There was no Amazon Music. There was no Tidal. You had to fucking get CDs and get illegal downloads and get iTunes and put thousands of songs onto your iTunes. And you had MP3 players. Smartphones were pieces of crap. You couldn't engineer on your smartphone. Barely email could work. And when you texted your friends and your girls, you fucking text meant something. Now you have no idea who the fuck you're talking to. You're texting some duck on Facebook, and you have no idea who or what the fuck that person is about. Even if you met them before, you have no idea about their personality. When we had our phones, you knew guys, girls, teenagers, professors, adults. You knew everybody's personality. You knew just by texting them. 2 texts. 1, 2, and they send you 1, 2. And that's all you needed to know everything about that fucking person. Now you got, log on to my Twitch, log on to my OnlyFans, log on to my Instagram, 10,000s of people, millions of people, hundreds of thousands of accounts, sponsorship, deal, partnership, collab. What the fuck is going on, bro? And so that's what got to me. When I got to my year 4, I took 11 years to do it. 11 years. And I learned, I finally succeeded and got the education, and I'm ready to fucking go into a company, get a car, go into an office, go into a lab, go into a facility, go into a plant, go into a production zone and work. But no. I see traders. I see stockbrokers. I see doctors. I see business CEOs. I see lawyers, software programmers. I see guitarists. I see models. I didn't see, none of that stuff occurred to me before. I see girlfriends. I see bitches and white bitches and musicians and movies, and none of that fucking. The only thing I knew about was sports. So I played soccer and hockey and boxing to the fucking core because I love sports. And then I did guitar because I love guitar for my own self. I never thought I'd be a guitarist. I just did guitar by myself, and I did sports and did engineering. And then when you finally graduate and you're just like, what the fuck? So naturally, I said, fuck it. And I fucking did everything. I wrote books, did movies, acting, music, blah, 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 Hollywood, blah, blah, OnlyFans, blah, 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 all that shit. Did everything. Because I was like, what the fuck, bro? I am stuck on the fucking magnetic transformer. What the shit? What the actual fuck? I'm stuck on the fucking magnetic transformer. And these bitches just partying in Shaquille O'Neal's Tesla with Jake Paul's Lamborghini and watching Love Island on Netflix and like, engineers gonna die. engineering is going to die. I'm going to start researching how many engineers are we producing. Because now you got AI. People making TikTok videos, doing OnlyFans, starting AI businesses, starting social media businesses, starting marketing businesses, going into programming, going into finance and banking. And it's like, how many engineers are we actually gonna fucking get? Because now everyone has access to Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and it's all monetizing. People share their monetization, and literally Mr. Beast fucking makes videos about his monetization, and he's the biggest YouTuber in the fucking planet. And it's a cycle of money, video, money, video, money, video, money, video, money, video, like cocaine and heroin that didn't exist. There was no monetization. There were no ads on YouTube when I was in college. Now you got monetization and Snapchat and Facebook and YouTube and OnlyFans. OnlyFans didn't fucking exist. There was porn. It wasn't HD. It couldn't stream laggy fucking porn. You had to watch pictures of porn. You couldn't watch a HD 4K porn video streaming completely. And there was no this apartment background car sex. Everything was professional. It was the industry. It was paid actors. It was movies and scripts and makeup and office sex and all of that stuff. It wasn't fucking privatization and 100 millionaires. So all this changed, but who's still actually gonna get an education? That's the bottom point of this video. I taught you what's in the education. Who is still going to get? Like I said, I did guitar, I did sports, and I did education. Who is still actually gonna get an education? Damn. So, stay classy. Keep it real. I don't even know if people these days have the attention span to make it to the end of this video. So if you make it to the end of this video, good luck and stay classy.